What's going on, guys? It's Jesse at Helm Crew Auto Spa. Today I wanted to walk you through this Mercedes C-Class. Now, this car, we haven't worked on it yet. We just did the wash and the prep, and now we can take a good look at this paint, right? If you look at it, it is looking pretty weathered. It's really, really beat. And most detailers, when they see this, they'll say, hey, Jesse, no problem. We'll just do a heavy cut. We'll call it a day. We'll try to get it mint. But how heavy can you cut? A lot of detailers don't actually check, but what we have here, this is a paint match tool. Let's see if this will focus. There we go. So this tool here measures how much paint is on the panel. And this tells us before we start working on the car, before we start cutting or polishing, what is the safe amount for us to polish. So the average paint on a new vehicle, especially German cars, is gonna be anywhere between 5 and 6 mil worth of paint. Let's go see how much paint this has. So, got 542, pretty good. You got 338, that's pretty thin. 327, that's pretty thin as well. And let's do one more spot. 290, that is dangerously low. And so if we didn't measure the paint before we started cutting into the paint, we risk burning through the remaining clear coat and quite literally rubbing the paint off, right? Most amateur detailers are not going to check. They're just going to get straight into it, and they start hammering and hammering it away. All of a sudden they burn through your clear coat, or they remove so much clear coat that there's barely anything left to protect. This right here tells us how much is on there. And so because of that, I have to advise the client, like, hey, listen, I'd love to give you a perfect finish, but realistically we can't. We're probably going to do a minor polish on it, but there's not much cutting we can do because the paint is so thin. This is one of the few times where I would recommend a repaint on this vehicle if he's gonna keep it. And so when you're going to get your car paint corrected, don't just go to some random people. You wanna go to someone who checks their paint and has the proper tools to do the job right. And here at Helm Crew Auto Spa, we take great pride into never skipping steps, including checking the paint. Okay, so we are finally done with the Mercedes. We did a one-step paint correction on the vehicle, and we did our 3-year ceramic coating. We only did that one step because, like I said, the paint was so thin. This was all that we had the margin to do. Any more, and we're pretty much shaving any remaining clear coat on the car off, and that's not our goal here. Our goal here is to preserve the finish. Now, compared to how it came in, where the paint was all faded and all gross, this is looking 100 times better. I mean, if you step back and take a peek at it, it actually has some gloss again, right? It actually looks pretty good. Now, is the paint perfect? No. If you look really closely, you'll still see a good amount of deep scratches. Like I said, normally we would cut really aggressively to get this out, but because the paint was measuring under 3 mils, we did not want to take any chances. We just wanted to preserve the paint for what it was, give it maybe a couple more years. We'll let the owner, or maybe even the next owner after him, kind of take care of it. But this car turned out pretty good. I'm happy with the result considering what we had to work with. And now you have that nice piano black finish again. Granted, it's not mint, but boy, this is way, way better. I think our client is going to be really happy with the result because ultimately at the end of the day, this is what he wanted. He just wanted it to be much better. He knew the car was pretty beat, and he just wanted to take care of it for what it was. And so, like I said, if you are coming and getting this work done, you want to bring it to a professional. You want to bring it to someone who understands the limit of paint and can safely give you the finish that you're looking for without compromising the integrity and strength of that finish, right? So if you want to get your car detailed correctly, hit us up for the actual professionals and we'll take care of you. It's Jesse at Helm Crew Auto Spa, signing out.